Biokinesis, 2 new cells. 2 nuclei, chromosomes separated out. Now, moving on to, as you continue copying, we're not changing slides, but we are going to move on to the bottom. I see people still writing, so just keep listening. On the bottom, this is just a reminder of where the letters from the Punnett squares come. So if your genotype, if dad was donating to his child a genotype of big A, little a, you would put them next to each other on either the side or the top of the Punnett square. And if mom, per se, was donating a genotype of big A, hers two would go together again on the top or the side. It doesn't matter if mom's is on the top or the side, as long as they're together. Yes, ma'am, Annette.
Does it matter which parent you put?
On the top or the side?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, literally just gave us a few.
That was late. Okay, last thing. Please listen as we go through, because many people, this is one of the biggest misconceptions of our unit. When you look at the terms homologous, ladies at the back table, make sure you're listening. When you look at the terms homologous chromosomes versus sister chromatid, keep in mind that these 2 chromosomes, one would be from mom, one would be from dad. They have the same genes on them. So these could both be like chromosome 1 or chromosome 2. These would be considered homologous. The sister chromatid would be one side of it, the individual piece. So the individual pieces that make up those X's are referred to as the sister chromatids. So take note of that if you need to draw the picture or if you need to...
I'm just saying the lines aren't exactly how the they crossover, you don't. So
And then, wait.
Right, I mean technically they do cross over, but it's just easier to think of it sometimes as... We could think of it as either these individual pieces, or if it's fine for you to think of it as like the one that crossed over, it's just easier to draw it that way. Any questions on this work? Yes?
Wait, so the individual ones are sister chromatids and then together it's a chromosome, right?
Right.
Alright, never mind.
You got it. So the next item,
So like
or the
the
last
parent
item,
chromosome, each little line.
please do the practice MCAS problem below on your own, and then you can check that over tomorrow. What I want to get started with is, and I'll erase this stuff so that you can see what's going on. Actually, someone in one of the front erase it for me. Why don't you pass these guys out and I'll erase it. Isaiah's passing out task 0, and let's talk about what we're doing pretty much the rest of the week, in through Monday. Remember, MCAS is Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, so we will have up until Monday of next week to be reviewing, and we're going to do a lot of grab bag work.
I know this is bio, but
So task 0 is what Isaiah is passing out. It's going to go with tasks 1, 2, 3, 4. As you get them, task 0 will be on top. Task 0, I'll show you this one. Task 0, what you are doing is prioritizing. So for me, what I would do is think about the fact that, number 1, what is hardest for me? Most people find biochem pretty difficult, but if you think like the organic molecules and the biochemistry work is straightforward, let's think what is going to be the most heavy hitting on the MCAS. I would start with ecology, number 1, and then genetics, number 2, evolution, number 3. Then I would go into biochemistry being number 4, cell biorespiration, number 5, and biodiversity, number 6. This is my suggested, this is like how I would order it. I know in Xiao's class, she ordered hers differently because everyone's different. So you want to order yours however you feel is best for you. Keeping in mind that I'm going to put a star by the heaviest hitting ones. Ecology, genetics, and evolution questions show up more than any other type of question. So if you're like, I feel good on all this, go for ecology, genetics, or evolution just for the sole fact that they show up more. So first of all, complete task 0. Then take the top 3 priorities and go to the back. Behind Quincy, you'll see all of those grab bags laid out in the little folders. Grab those top 3. When you hand in your task packet on Wednesday of next week after MCAS, you are required to include 3 completed grab bags. But you will have today, Friday, and Monday to work on them. Some people completed all 3 in class today. So the grab bags are the packets, not those sheets.
I don't know. Where's
Yes.
that?
They're in the back where by Quincy.
My dad.
Now, if you finish them and you're like, I'm ready to go on to my fourth, any more than 3 is extra credit. So there is going to be a good, nice, a little bit of a reward for doing them. You can do all of them by the time I collect them on Tuesday of next week. So all of this needs to be done by Tuesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday of next week. So you're turning it in after MCAS. It would be silly to turn it in before so that you can study with it. Now, what are you being graded on today? Just like yesterday, you're being graded on productivity. And advanced is that you're using 100% of your time productively. Proficient, 1 reminder to get back on task. Developing 2 to 3 reminders and you may be distracting others. Beginning, more than 3 reminders. Keep in mind you're doing this for yourself. So regardless of that productivity grade, you really want to be putting in effort, plug in headphones, and just get to work. The answer keys will be available on Friday. For now, if you want anything checked over, just let me know. I checked over a bunch of them last class and people had no problem with that. So I'm happy to do that. I'll be circulating, answering any questions. Again, complete task 0. Once you've got that completed, go to the back, grab the 3 highest priority tasks you dictated for yourself, and get started. Use the books to help, use online to help, plug your headphones in and go.
What is 0?
What's somebody want to do with your phone?
Oh my god.
I told you we were going to touch base about it, so do you want to give it to me or do you want to